Hey everyone, it's Pearlescent Toys, back in today's video with another Marvel Legends action figure review, and today we are looking at Venompool. This is a Target exclusive re-release of a Build-A-Figure that came out back in, I want to say 2019, 2020. Man, am I just so glad to have this in person. I actually sold my Build-A-Figure a while ago and it kind of bummed me out, but I have another one here in person. That's really awesome. Here is some side art. That looks amazing. That looks phenomenal. Wow. Oh my god, I love that art. When Wade Wilson is infected by an extraterrestrial symbiote, he becomes the unstoppable machine, Venompool. I absolutely cannot wait to open this guy up. So without further ado, let's get into the review. Released in February of 2011, the world would get its very first look at Venompool in What If Venom Possessed Deadpool. He looked wildly different in that issue, but would slowly change in appearance over time to what we have in front of us today. This figure is primarily based on his appearance in the video game Contest of Champions. Let's kick things off with the sculpt and the paint app, starting with those feet. Already there is just a ton of detail in the sculpt. You can see some scratch marks on those black portions of the boots, and the sole all around it is also sculpted and painted in. And what you'll see throughout this figure is this really awesome texture for the costume. It's even on the feet and it goes just everywhere all throughout the figures. It brings a lot of realism to the figure, a lot of life to it. He has these chains around his ankles and those are molded in a silver plastic. They have like dents in it, some scratch marks. And I love this little tiny detail that you see on the side right here. You can see like the costume is sort of like being stretched out to its limits. I love that so much. Pinned joints. Now this was to be expected because this is a re-release of the Build-A-Figure. Would have been nice to see them go back and fix this, just patch these up. But, you know, I can live with them, honestly. It doesn't really break the figure for me. Pouch, pouch, pouch. Because with a big old pouch that goes around his leg right here. What is it for? What's inside of it? What could Venompool possibly need this pouch for? I don't know. All I know is that it looks awesome. Have I mentioned on this channel how much of a fan I am of pouches? No? Maybe like once or 300 times. Now to his upper thighs, and you get the signature black going down the side of it. Ends about a quarter of the way through the thigh piece, and it is just surrounded by these metal staples just connecting the two pieces to each other. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense for, you know, a symbiote, but it looks cool. Sort of reminds me of like Frankenstein. Maybe that's what they're trying to shoot for with this design, like a Frankenstein's monster between Deadpool and Venom. Now moving up to the belt, and you get his iconic Deadpool logo right there on the middle for the buckle, and all around, oh yeah, 8 pouches in total. Yes, I counted them off camera because I love pouches that much. Again, what does Venom need these for? What's inside of them? Eye drops, maybe, some gum, chapstick, the essentials, you know. I was gonna say a comb, but Wade is bald. He's hella bald. Anyways, moving up, and you have this chest piece, and again, the cloth texture going all up and down. It looks so beautiful, especially contrasting with these black portions, which I'm guessing is supposed to be like the symbiote, where it's just flat and you could just see the muscles protruding through clearly. More wrinkles all throughout the costume. And this piece going all across his abdomen. I love how big and girthy it is. Guys, come on, be serious. And that holds his katanas, if you can even call them that. Like, they are just like broadswords at this point, but I'll go over those later in the accessories portion. Down the arms, and my god, they are just absolutely massive. You can see a tiny bit of veins up here on the shoulder. Then about halfway down the bicep, a huge bicep by the way, with some more staples on it. You get back to his suit texture, and that continues all the way down to the hands. You have some cuffs, some more wrist cuffs with some chains on it as well. And these, just like the ankles, have some dents in them, some scratches. There's a whole ton of battle damage going all throughout. And the hands too. I'll get to both hands later. I think his nails are supposed to be black, but yeah, that's something to look up while I'm editing. Moving on up, we have the head, and my goodness, does it look so gnarly. I absolutely love this head sculpt. The purple tongue just looks so incredibly unique, and it contrasts with the rest of the figure so perfectly. You know, we get just red and black and a little bit of brown all throughout the figure, but up here on the head, you get some different colors. That purple tongue and those yellow protruding teeth, they just look so incredibly gnarly. And the eyes too, with those staples around it. So yeah, overall the sculpt is just out of this world. I love how the legs are like super small compared to the upper body as well. For accessories, he comes with 2 open hands with his nails sticking out. Again, the sculpt of them continue with that costume pattern. And he also comes with 2 open sea grip hands. Again, sculpted beautifully. And those are able to hold his massive broadswords, or his katanas, sculpted using a silver plastic, so you're not going to lose that reflectiveness, which is a good thing. However, the handles are painted on. You see that black paint right there. And something that was a huge problem for my Build-A-Figure when I owned that version was that the hands scraped off the black paint for the handles super easily. Like the first time I put them in and took them out, like just scraped off so much. And I'm wondering if that's going to be the case here. Hopefully not. Oh yeah, that is humiliating. That's why I'm probably just gonna have him posed with them in his sheath from now until the end of time. Now, going over articulation, the head is able to move up this much, go down that much. No pivot, but he does have some side to side movement. His arm is able to move up this much, but be careful when you move it up because the plastic right here does scrape at the top of the shoulder. He has shoulder rotation, an upper bicep swivel, a single jointed elbow that's able to bend in a really good amount, and your standard wrist hinge allowing his hand to move up, down, and all the way around. With his ab crunch, he's able to bend back a little bit and bend forward a decent amount. He has waist swivel. His leg is able to kick up this much, go out to the side that much, and go back a tiny bit. He has upper thigh swivel, a double jointed knee that's able to bend back this much, and his foot is able to move this far down, this far up, and he has some. Alright, moving on to the size comparisons. Here we have Venompool next to the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure wave, Deadpool and Lady Deadpool from the Sauron Build-A-Figure wave, Black Suit Spider-Man and Venom, both from the Spider-Man Retro Collection, Deadpool and Hydra Bob, Deadpool and Hydra Bob, Darwin and Morbius, and finally Jeff the Landshark and Spider Ham. Alright, time for my final rating and my overall thoughts. I think I'm going to give this figure an 8.5 out of 10. It definitely improves upon the original in terms of paint apps. The original was very dull. A look I was kind of indifferent on, but man, this one with the oversaturated red, you know, that red is just so vibrant and is definitely going to help it stand out even better on the shelf. I love it so much more. Outside of the paint apps, it is essentially the same exact figure, but that doesn't take anything away from it. The sculpt is phenomenal, and the articulation is surprisingly good for a character or figure this big. I'm surprised at how fluidly he moves. That's just how easy it feels posing him. Just a wonderful, wonderful figure. If you can get your hands on it, definitely do, because man, oh man, it is just awesome. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10. But yeah, that would do for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment down below what you thought of the figure. I would love to see your guys' opinions. And while you're at it, please like and subscribe and share with a friend. Anything you can do to support the channel will be greatly appreciated. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye. Who knows? All I know is that it looks pretty gangster. Why did I say that? I love how the legs are like super small compared to the upper body. It's just, man, it's just I can't even talk right now.